Okay, I'm beyond happy and honored to welcome our next guest, Jim Markham, author of Big Lucky, and he brought me a copy, and founder of hair care brand PureOlogy. Jim joins us to discuss his journey and offer some practical advice for all of us entrepreneurs and business people alike. Thanks for joining us,
I'm
Jim.
so happy to be here with you, Jeannie.
And I understand you flew all the way from Hawaii to get here.
All
So
night, all night.
thank you so much.
My
You
pleasure.
definitely have what it takes to be a successful entrepreneur. And you've founded 5 companies and all incredible brands, including PureOlogy, which was achieved over $1.2 billion in sales. That's amazing. And I think every entrepreneur will strive to be like you in the future. What advice do you have for entrepreneurs like us on Liftoff that are just starting out?
I think one of the first things that entrepreneurs do is they got to have a good strategy. They got to pick a brand that they think is got legs, and then they got to become experts in their competition. They've got to know what their competitors do, what their strengths are, what strengths they don't have, and they got to figure out how to get a unique point of view. And then they got to do a good budget, and they got to make sure they got enough money to do this properly. And then they got to get a good public relation person to help them with social media. I think is critical.
I love that you said that about PR and social media because I'm a big fan. But
Me
with
too.
so many entrepreneurs and small businesses starting out in such turbulent business times, what makes a small business owner stand out? Do you think it's the PR and social media, or is it a combination?
I think one of the most exciting things I think about being an entrepreneur is you can say, wow, in this perfect if the world was perfect, what could I do to make my product better, faster service, better performing, cheaper price? What's my unique point of difference? And you can find that unique point of difference. And if you can find that with a lot of passion, a lot of PR, and keep your budget low, but have a good strategy, you will excel. I have found that most people keep falling down and don't know how to get back up. And I've also noticed that the most important people in the world, the most important entrepreneurs, have fallen down a lot, and they keep falling down. Like I fell down a lot, but I just kept getting back up because I knew I was going to make it.
So tell me about one of the biggest mistakes you made and how you recovered.
One of the things we did with the company I've had started back in the 90s was a product called ABBA. And we made it ABBA Liquid Styling Tools. And that was the name of another company. Paul Mitchell had one called Liquid Styling Tools. So we copied their positioning, and it didn't do very well. That was a big mistake because then we changed it to ABBA Pure and Natural. We changed the imagery, put color, and we put herbs and made it vegan, and it just soared. So, big mistake. Don't copy somebody else's position. Create your own and make it unique and special and drive that. Don't try to copy anybody.
That's such good advice. So in your book, you say that every entrepreneur is born lucky. Can you tell us a little bit about your philosophy?
Well, yeah, I think, sometimes you work hard enough, you get lucky. I believe we're all born to win. God made us to win. When you believe in Buddha or believe in God, I think we're all made to win. And if you just have that philosophy and you say, well, I'm going to win, then if you fall down, you need to get back up, and you'll get back up as many times as it takes to win. Just make sure you got a good budget. Make sure you've forecasted your cash flow, and make sure you got a good strategy, a good publicist, and a lot of good strategies, and you will survive, especially if you got something that's unique and special.
Well, I can't wait to
All right.
spend so much more time with your book and follow all of your great advice. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you
all
so
this
much.
great
It's nice being
information.
on the show with you.
Nice being on the show with you. Well, that's a wrap for our very first episode of Liftoff with Jeanniey Walden. I am beyond thrilled and grateful that you've taken this journey with us, and I hope you found our guests like Jim so exciting and that you can use the information they're sharing to improve both your personal and professional life. But don't go away because the fun doesn't stop with just this episode. We've got even more great episodes. We've got guests this season covering topics that you've always wanted to know about and were probably afraid to ask. So stay tuned for the best content from building a brand, business innovations, mental wellness, healthier living, financial freedom, and so much more. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Liftoff TV Show or Liftoff with Jeanniey Walden. We've got more tips and resources there. I'm Jeanniey Walden. See you next time.
Yay!
Woo!
There we go.
Thank you.
Something more than a birthday is happening here. Once you can see it, you can help. The sooner you recognize the signs of autism, the sooner you can make a lifetime of difference for your child. Start by answering a few simple questions at screenforautism.org.
The proceeding was sponsored by Liftoff Enterprises, LLC.